Hey, greetings everybody from our home to yours. Today is the first Sunday in Lent, and our scripture reading for today is fitting for the very first Sunday in Lent, and it comes from Luke chapter 4, verses 1 through 13. So it's the story of the temptation of Jesus by the devil. And Jesus has been in the wilderness for 40 days. He's being tempted by the devil, and he's fasting. He's had nothing to eat for all that time. And I'm sure that you've heard this story before, but have you caught the fact that Jesus wasn't just tempted by the devil on the last of the 40 days, like the story may seem to depict, but rather Jesus was actually tempted by the devil the whole 40 days. So it wasn't like he was out there 40 days just fasting, praying. No, he was out there being tempted and tormented by the devil for that whole 40 days while he was fasting. Now, maybe this temptation that we read about in Luke 4 was the final, like I had said, the finale of this temptation, the one where the devil takes him up to the top of the temple, etc. Or maybe it was the same thing that the devil had said every day for 40 days. We don't know, but what we do know is that Jesus was tempted by the devil with food, power, and authority. But one detail I want to talk about today is the part where the devil says, "I will give you the whole world if you will just worship me." And that's a big deal. That is a big trade. It's the whole world and the kingdoms within it for worship. And perhaps this is his pride, needing that affirmation from God and that worship more than anything else that we are seeing Jesus experience here. But think about that. If worship is so important to the devil that he would give up anything to get it, what does that tell us about him and about us? Well, first, he would do anything to be worshiped. I mean, that's obvious. He would do anything to be worshiped, but do anything to steal our worship of God for himself. So what deal is he willing to make with humans for our worship? Maybe it's fame, attention, money. Maybe it's those things that he is offering if we worship him. But how much like him are we sometimes? How hard do we work to hear someone say good job? How much will we struggle to get someone's attention? How much junk will we go through because someone is noticing us? How much of that is just the devil tricking us? How much of that need for recognition or fame is the devil whispering in our ears? How much of that is us worshiping ourselves, or maybe us worshiping ourselves is actually worshiping the devil? So how do we know if we've fallen into the trap? Well, simply ask this question. Do you think of others more highly than yourselves? I'm not talking about low self-esteem or putting yourself down. I'm saying no matter how high you are, do you think of others more highly than yourself? In other words, are you humble? Pastors, are you doing what you are doing because you're serving God? Or are you doing what you're doing because you want to hear people say, "Hey, Pastor, nice sermon"? Are you humble? Pride comes before the fall. So be humble, love God, love others. Yes, as the song goes, "Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble." But start by thinking of others more than yourself. Be safe this week. May it be great. Grace and peace to you. God bless you.